Welcome to Monday Morning Messy Moto. Something a little different today as we start our motorcycle maintenance series. And with all the parts we're waiting for the Ducati and the carburetor for the Kawasaki Vulcan, I thought we would start with this. So let's begin with how to clean your chain. All right, first things first, make sure your engine is off. Do not clean your chain with the bike on. It is a recipe for disaster. Now let's talk about a few of the things we have here as you're safely cleaning your chain. We have our grunge brush, which you do not need, but I do recommend you grab some cardboard and paper towels and gloves if you can get them. Your hands will be quite stinky if you can't. I love to use kerosene. That's what's in the Zep bottle. I have some other lubes from Motorex just to show you that chain lubes, there's so many of the cleaners and lubes out there, but I like to use kerosene and the Maxima chain wax parafilm. So we'll go over that when I use it, but this is how I apply the kerosene. Take a shop towel, go ahead and fold it a few times. Usually stay away from the back of the wheel here. I'm getting a little close there and you'll actually see that I get a little bit of kerosene on there. That's fine. But you do want to avoid that. You don't want any of these aggressive solvents going onto your tires. So a bit of a mistake there, but we keep those in Messy Moto for learning. The grunge brush there you see, I'll show you how to use it. That was just a placement, but we want the kerosene to seep in a little bit more to the grunge that's on the chain. This looks super clean because I cleaned it before I went to San Diego, but it has over 300 miles on it right now from that trip and from a bit of back and forth. So I kind of want to get it clean because it was pretty aggressive riding, and I don't know what I picked up along the way. One of the things I do love about the Maxima Parafilm Chain Wax is that it doesn't actually collect too much road grime, right? And as you can see, as I'm going back and forth here, I clean the front of the chains. I get the grunge brush out here, which I don't use too much unless my chain is really bad. Otherwise, my favorite technique is to just take my thumb and forefinger and you go ahead and right up and down the rollers inside the chain. And you see it just gets so much dirt every time. Now, this dirt is coming as well from the teeth of the sprockets in the front and the back. So you'll see more dirt every time it comes around. It's just how clean you want to get the chain. It doesn't have to be spotless. These are pretty rugged, but make sure you're cleaning it up a little bit so your chain is never stiff, right? It's never kinking. It never holds one form. It should be loose, right? As it moves up and down, it goes back into just nice straight form. There's no drippage, nothing coming off. Keep everything nice and clean. Clean off your excess. Your chain will be very happy along the way now that you want to apply new wax, which will stay and protect your chain for even longer. So again, I use the Maxima chain wax, chain lube. It's a parafilm wax. Not every chain wax is, right? Some is just lube. And at the shop, they use this white gunky lube that no matter how long it sits on your bike, until it's down to the final layer that wants to be on your chain, it's gonna fling off everywhere. So even when I go to the shop, I say, please don't put that lube on my bike. I'll lube it myself. And you can see here, as I lube it, I'm pushing it by the rim. I don't ever want to touch the wheel at this point. My hands are contaminated with what I've been working with, kerosene, chain lube, whatever cleaner, whatever dirt's on the garage floor. I don't want to be touching the top of my wheel, my paint job, anything else on the bike but this towel and behind the chain here. So the rim, good enough to touch, easy peasy. That sees all the road grime, dirt, and whatever. So we clean the chain a little bit more. Now, I do have a bike stand. This makes it so easy to clean. But if you don't have a bike stand, it's the same process. You just have to walk the bike around the garage a few times or around your parking lot a few times, maybe 3 or 4 times. I think it's 4 times that I have to do it on the MT-09 if I don't use the stand. But that's it. That's all you need to do to clean your chain. You don't want to pressure wash it. You don't want to fire anything in there that shouldn't be in there. You can really mess up the chain if you go any deeper than that. And you really shouldn't be pressure washing too much of a bike that close anyways. It's good to wash it from afar if you're pressure washing at a low pressure, but otherwise, things by hand, detailing by hand is one of the ways you really want to make sure your bike is clean. That's it for this Messy Moto video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll get a little bit of focus in there as we leave you with a hi and goodbye from me and Sylvie. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. And please hit that like and subscribe button as we continue to grow the Messy Moto YouTube channel. Until next time, Messy Moto out. Bean.